YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Timberborn Strategy and Tactics, episode 19. So, in our last episode, we got our paper mill up and running. We are working on our explosive factory, and I also decided to flesh out the rest of this housing block. Same design pattern as we did over here, so I did that off screen so I could make sure I did it correctly. But yeah, that's what all I did right now. But other than that, nothing else was different. So yeah, we're just waiting on the metal blocks here, and I do think we have metal blocks. Yeah, we got plenty of metal blocks. We just need them to be delivered. And of course, we gave our builders all the more to do here. Builder's hut is full. Hauling post is full. Looks like the power wheel is the only thing that's really lacking here. Oh, actually, now that it is the dry season, we can kick out all of these beavers here, because they are seasonal. They are seasonal beavers, and we need them elsewhere. Now we do need some pump operators here, especially since we're going to be having a new source of water coming in here. And in due time, we'll be filling up this last spot over here. I do promise that. It's just a matter of getting our tech and infrastructure up and running here. Because there is something else that we want to do with paper. But first things first, I think we want to get our explosive factory up and running. Just so that we can start trimming. Because I see a place for our first project here. Now, blasting ourselves some smaller structures here will be all well and good, but it's the drought season, so it's not like we're going to be getting any actual new water out of the deal. But that being said, I think we'll be in fine shape otherwise. Also, I do think we need to rip up these dead ones just so that they can get replanted. Actually, I think just replanting them. Yeah. Just sending a beaver out our forester out to replant them. We don't even need to rip them up. We just need to give them some life. Give them another shot. Alright, we got all of these going here. This is cranking away. We are starting to make explosives, and that makes me happy. Now, explosives. What's the deal with explosives? Well, explosives will remove a tile, a dirt tile, completely. It basically allows us to deconstruct the land and therefore permanently alter the shape of the world. And as you can see, that would be very, very powerful because, yeah, it allows us to do all sorts of goodies here. So the first two actually, you know what? The first things that we want to do, well, actually, we have a lot of things that we want to do here. One of which is deepen this canal so that it lasts longer. We might actually end up ripping up some of this infrastructure just because it'll be easier to blast those. But let's start with the low-hanging fruit, shall we? So what we do is the dynamite. We have to invent the dynamite itself. Kind of silly, we have to invent the factory and then how to use it. But we place the dynamite around, and then once we're content in their placements, we, the player, can manually set them off. And that will create, well, that'll clear out some of our space here. So we're just going to just lay it all down here so we don't have this little lip right here. Of course, this little area here is going to be a thing. And then the other place we want to go is down here. And that's just going to lower the ground, which will give us more, well, space, more volume room here. And we can go even further, but like I said, one thing at a time. And yeah, we could do something like that, and like that, and that. Basically, as long as we don't mess with this road, we can clear these out as well. I mean, heck, we could, if we really wanted to, you know, we can save this as for the last here, but we can, yeah, bomb these out. You can also, in theory, bomb these, because they can place them one up, and that way that'll allow us to reclaim these tiles and actually put them to productive use. We can get this land over here on our next pass. Of course, those are going to be slow going, but they're not going to get set off until I set them off. Also, just for my OCD here, I'm going to get rid of this little area just so that I can, like, nice round edges here. Yeah? Yeah. Of course, our builders are going to be freaking busy here. All right, yeah, this, now that they're creating these, we need to make sure these are properly sorted. Carrots are going to be for you. Don't want any pollution in there. There we go. And then you, we will put to grilled potatoes. Even though we have a massive grilled potato storage elsewhere, again, we want to keep the areas locally sourced, locally available, as it were. Just to keep them flowing. Got our little drawbridge going across our thing here. Another little drawbridge going across that. Now the question is, are we getting our dynamites planted or not? Because the beavers actually have to walk it down and plant them. We can't just spam them and set them off. They do need to get, they do need beaver power and beaver access. Aha, there we are. Now this one, just because I decided to put a little breeding pod over here, I'm going to let you have like 10 berries here, just so that our resident breeders can refill this pod easily. But then everything else is bred. And then we got the water up top, so that's easy peasy lemon squeezy right there. Of course, we're going to need a metric F ton of wood to build this labor monument, but we've got a metric F ton of wood, so that's not really a problem. What's your major malfunction? Oh, the beaver wasn't in there. You were thirsty. Why are you going all the way over here, beaver? Seriously. Like, you don't need to go that far for a drink. There's that's the reason why we're making sure that they can all get all this stuff. So that you can remain on the job and all that. They're probably not placing these explosives until they finish all their active construction jobs that were placed before them, which is fine. Which is fine. Also, yeah, getting this is a little bit late because we're already in the middle of the drought, but that's still fine because, you know, water pumped out of our streams here and our reservoirs are just going to be immune to evaporation. So filling this thing up will, you know, help protect all that water from evaporation. So it'll keep our people, our beavers busy, but That's never hurt them. Well, it has on some rare occasions, but that's fine. Our potatoes are all ready. And the question is going to be, do we have enough farmers to harvest this mass here? I'm not entirely sure of the answer to that question, but they seem to be starting away at it. And we got some grilled potatoes here. So, yeah, we should be getting a rebound on our grilled potato supply here. Now, the next thing that I want to get set up here is paper. We want to get our paper industry going. Well, I mean, we already have paper. I should say we want our book industry going here. Not the temple. The temple is another thing that I should be looking into soon, because we should be... There you are. Printing press. 150, so 3 more wheels, and allows us to make books, and that gives us the knowledge. So yes, we will unlock you. Do we have a thing facing out? No, but we can just snake it around here. So we need 3 more wheels. This is just a... That's not a water wheel. This is just a nice iterating pattern that we can just keep repeating. Although we've kind of run up to the edge of what is possible. Well, that's somewhat obnoxious. We're 1 wheel short. Well, unless we just put it... we completely detach it. And put 1 wheel just dedicated to doing this. Although I think we need one thing of transferer. We can't just... No machine butting here. That was a fight I fought long time ago. Machine butting. I tried for it, but it don't work. All right. Power drive. We will nix that, turn you to a T. Beautiful. They should be able to reach these? Question mark? I mean, it's not yelling at me that they can't reach them, so they should be able to reach them, in theory. I do want to make sure I prioritize this one so that we get ourselves back up online quickly. And then up here, we're going to want our power, and yeah, we're gonna have to cap this. As much as it pains me to cap it. And we want to make sure we prioritize the ones in the middle. Beautiful. And just for the sake of accessibility, we're just going to loop these around so that they connect around, just to make it a little bit quicker and easier for our beavers to do what they need to do. And then we'll have to find a new place for all of our beavers to set up more industry. Couple of different places I'm pondering for that. Alright, looks like they've got these things back online, so that's getting power, that's getting power. I mean, I know the second I build another thing of builders, then we're going to suddenly run out of building projects here. Now, one thing we can do, and even though we're not hurting for logs here, this is just something we can do because we can. And that's the best reason to do something, is because you can. Instead of leaving these like this, what if we did something like this? And then we did something like this, a lumberjack flag here. That could, yeah, that will clear out all of our trees up here. A singular lumberjack flag. And we've already got a source of wood collector right here, this industrial log pile. That needs to get filled with something, doesn't it? So why don't we fill it with something? Mark all of these up here for cutting. They're not going to be growing anytime soon. They're all dead. But we might as well harvest them. We can always take that stairway down. Our paper mill is empty. Let's pump the brakes. Make sure all of our key industries are being filled. Because without that paper, we need that paper. Ooh, the dynamite is being set. The dynamite has been set. Let's make sure that nobody's passing through here before we pop this keg here, as it were. We're going to lose out on a lot. Actually, no, we're not, actually. Severing this connection is not going to destroy too much, actually. So let's get ourselves the dynamite. Yep, this is all getting... Oh, it hasn't placed the dynamite yet, but this is all starting to dry out, which is expected. I mean, we're 4 days in, I should say. Yeah, actually, all of our beavers are going to try and finish off this laborer monument, which they should, before they start going nuts with the dynamite, which is again fine, perfectly fine. Yeah, since we have this alternate route up here, I'm not too worried about having severed this connection here. We're not getting... Oh, yes, we are, actually. Shows what I know. Whelp. Many whelps. Let's see here. Here's what we want to do. Yeah, we do need to get the direct connection from here. Okay, maybe that was maybe that was a foolish move here. Let's restore things. I'm just going to reset up the stairs, make it high priority, reset the path so we don't lose out on all of those buildings while we wait. Looks like they're starting to set the dynamite. They must have just finished the monument. Or not. Nope, somebody else must have. There's the dynamite. And then, yeah, once this stair gets built, that should fix the unconnected buildings here. And then all the unemployed should find themselves employment. Once I think they're probably all sleeping. Once they finish sleeping, they'll retake jobs in the places that they had previously abandoned. Yeah, our Blue Lagoon, we're down one notch. Like, barely. We are barely down a notch here. And we're only 10 days in. I'm liking what we're seeing here. Yeah, construction lacks materials. That's all with the dynamite. We just need more dynamite to be produced. Alright, how are we doing on that? That's doing fine. We've got more wheat than we know what to do with. We've got more scrap metal than we know what to do with. We've actually got an appreciable amount of flour still cooking. I didn't turn off the bakery, did I? No, I did not. Bakery's just going full bore. At least it will be once our once this beaver comes in here. So bread production is good and healthy. Our potato supply is back up, the grilled ones. Carrots are good. Berries are good. So food is excellent. Water is excellent. Yeah, I'm happy with what we're doing right now. All right, let's speed things up, get this area built up a little bit faster too. We do want our book learning going here. And actually, what we want to do is let's set up our bookstores, our bookshelves, as it were. So what I was going to do here is make these two things, and then set another storage up like this. And we can do the same thing over here. And that is going to contain books, which is another supply thing that our beavers need for one of their luxuries here. So we go 1, 2. Oops. Like that. And then our third housing block here. This one I built a bit differently. Yeah, this one's a bit different. But it still works. It just requires a slightly different layout. There we go. So all of those will be books once we get our bookstore online here. Or bookmaker, I should say. And then, if I remember correctly, books, where are you? Books, working speed 20%. Not a bad thing to have, and that's additive with all of our other working speed boosts. Alright, our bookmaker is churning and burning. Sort of. Oh, yeah, that's right. These buildings share power. So we don't even need these. Silly, silly me. They share power. Yeah, whole thing is turning into this here. I'm just keeping a close eye on these so that we can pounce on them the moment that they get built, so that they don't suddenly get themselves filled with something else. All right. What are our beavers doing? I think they're setting up more explosives, is what they're trying to do anyway. Bah. Well, actually, hang on. Yes, no, maybe so, maybe not. This one's just on the cusp. So sad. So infuriating. We might be able to rotate it around. Actually, hang on. How far does this thing reach? It reaches there. Okay. It's so funny that it just barely doesn't reach over here. I mean, annoying, yes, but still kind of funny. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that. Cut you off here. I'm going to flip you round over here. Yes, that should reach. And then just for S's and giggles, we move that over here. And then this will be an aesthetically displeasing but still functional member of this power block. Alright, they're starting to work on this. We have a few unemployed, so which is good because we're building a few more places of business here. There we go. That's good. Now I have a feeling this is going to be on the edge, but this one can now then reach out and grab the rest of the trees on this plateau. And then we can just dismantle this whole thing. Alright, looks like they're building this thing. I can see them bringing the logs up there. There we go. Alright, good. So you are going to only be books. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that this is too far because it's too tall? That is obnoxiously hilarious. Like, seriously, that is obnoxiously hilarious. Looks like we are officially going down a water level. Well, that one's disconnected because they haven't finished this little bridge thingy here yet. I mean, it does go by walking distance, so if you have a snaking path, that eats up their movement points. But this one still works. Well, that's what I get for being cute with this build here. And you're all set up here. Let's get you just books. I guess we're just going to have a land-dwelling book seller over here, since this one won't work. That is so obnoxious. That's so obnoxious. I mean, I have to laugh, but yeah, that's a little obnoxious. All right, so but not. I mean, it's 15 wood. I'm not gonna lose sleep over 15 wood. I'm just gonna build one of those over here. It ain't gonna be pretty. I'm gonna leave that up on principle. Okay, maybe if in a future patch they buff how many spaces the town center goes, and they buff it by like 3, then suddenly this will magically come back online. So I'm going to leave it up there on principle because I'm stubborn. Yeah, we're losing some of our fertility here. Not that we're lacking for wheat to harvest. Yes, please bring the logs to it. 6.8 days, that's still not bad, and I think our water supplies are all doing just peachy. Alright, you're up online. Bookseller, please. And that way we have a book distribution network. All right, what I'm going to do here is just prioritize these. Just because I want them... I want to set off our things in a big kaboom. Water supply is fine. I mean, yes, we're sucking this puddle dry, but... And this little loop has gone dry. That still don't bother me. Because we still have our well. We have our Blue Lagoon. Blue Lagoon is like almost two things full. I'm not worried about this particular drought. This drought is fine. And yeah, these beavers are gonna have trouble harvesting all of these potatoes here. Why can't I hold all these potatoes? Yes, please do set up more explosives. And then, like, I'm going to wait for the nighttime to actually blow them up so we don't accidentally catch a beaver. And I know if they're standing over one when you blow them up. All right, there goes our puddle. Boom goes the dynamite, or at least will be going down. Boom. Bakery, yeah, we have used up all of our stuff. I mean, our bookseller's trying to keep up. Our lumberjacks are going to be hard pressed keeping up with this forest. It just regenerates itself. Come on, beavers. You can do it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save the big boom, or well, at least one of our big booms, for our next episode. So, in our next episode, we put this dynamite to a good use. We will start carving the land to our desires. Start hollowing this Blue Lagoon out in order to hold more water, and keep going down the tech tree here. Did this lumberjack, like, strip this whole area bare while I wasn't looking? Damn, dude. That was quite, that was a thing. Alright, well, your job is done. 10 unemployed. Well, you know what? I think that's also going to mean we build another hauler hut, because that's exactly how many that thing employs. Alright, folks, if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar signing out. See ya!